What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. All right. This guy, the 20-year-old registered Republican, Thomas Matthew Crooks, who did what he did at the Trump rally on last Saturday, who had an AR-style weapon. It's just a lot of questions that are surrounding what is going on. Why did he do what he did? They're still searching for a motive. They were claiming that they really couldn't find anything on social media or on his phone to come up with reasons and rationales and motives as to why he did what he did. But, I find it funny. I'm not naive that there are a lot of lunatic scenarios about a lot of different things out here in the world, not just in the world of politics, right? We hear a lot of different things about a lot of different situations, and people have thoughts on things. But I really find it interesting that especially those that are in the media outlets that proclaim to be right-leaning, they are not focusing on the registration politically of this person. But I guarantee you that if he was a registered Democrat, they 100% would be focusing on that. 100%. You would not be able to not hear them label him as the registered Democrat shooter, Matthew Thomas Crooks. Like, that would be the label that we will be hearing all of the time. So what do they mean when they say they tried to take him out? Because they're saying that there was a donation that they found where he had given to a Democratic campaign of some sort at some point in time. Does this kid look like he is even into giving money to anyone? They said he donated $15 to liberal campaign group Act Blue in 2021. And that honestly could be anything, because I will tell you, I get links all of the time from both sides. All of the time. I get emails from all of them. You could accidentally click a link, and I'm not saying he did this by accident, but a $15 donation to a liberal campaign really means nothing, especially when you've been registered as a Republican. A lot of people have a lot of thoughts. I'm not going to go all in on what I think about this, but I will say that this setup is just like the perfect scenario. The photos, him getting up after this situation happened and wanting to make sure they caught his good side, throwing the fist up in the air. If it was a real attempt on his life and you're afraid for your life, why in the world are you trying to pose for the camera? Who does that? Who does that when you believe that there's a real attempt on your life? You're not posing for the camera. When they were throwing tomatoes at him in the first go around of him running for president at one of the rallies that he was having, and somebody was throwing tomatoes, he wasn't standing up, throwing up the fists and saying fight, 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 and saying, I'm a man about mine. Go ahead and hit me with your best shot, because a tomato ain't going to take your life. And he was ducking more for the tomatoes than he was for that. The only reason why I feel like he even went down is because Secret Service was trying to push his fat ass down, trying to push his fat ass into the armored vehicle, and he's wanting to get these photo ops. So, yeah, I'm sorry. It just does not look like it's real. And where did this guy come from? And for anyone to say this is real because someone's life was taken, this is a country where they pay people to go and take out people for the sake of freedom. Do you not think that they would not sacrifice a few people for the sake of this political aim that they have to make America great again, turn back the hands of time, turn back the clocks on a lot of the advances that have been made via the justice system, the laws, the amendments and all of those different things that have happened over the years, not because someone just woke up one day and say, we want to give more rights to women and to minorities, so let's just do it. No, people fought, people lobbied, people shed blood, people marched, people campaigned, people did a lot of things for those advances to happen. Nothing happened that was a push for advancement that some person in power just woke up one day and said, God spoke to me and said, we haven't been treating people right. So if you're not a white man that has a lot of money and power, we just want to help you out in any way possible. So we're going to enact some laws, some reforms, some amendments for the sake of you trying to have some semblance of a better life and lifestyle than your ancestors used to have. It's just absolutely insane that people actually think like that in this day and time. But unfortunately, that old saying, those who don't remember the past are doomed to repeat it, is a real thing. And I feel like a lot of people are understanding that now and really feeling it, especially when it comes to this Project 2025 situation. You get my drift? So this guy, I would not doubt that some way, somehow, he may have been influenced to do what he did for the sake of the movement. Look how they embraced that guy that took out some Black Lives Matters protesters, Kyle Rittenhouse, I think his name was. They embraced him. So this guy, it's possible. I don't know. But there's a lot of questions that are surrounding who is he? Why did he do what he do? But this is something a lot of people won't talk about. The man that they're fighting for to be president again has donated to Democratic candidates over the years a multitude of times. He donated to former Vice President and now current President Joe Biden. He made a $1,000 donation to Biden through the Citizens for Biden Committee back in 2001. So that's not a problem, right? He donated to Senator at the time, now Vice President Kamala Harris in 2011. When she became California's Attorney General, he donated $5,000 to her campaign. And 2 years later, in 2013, donated another $1,000 to her reelection efforts. All right. And also his daughter donated $2,000 to Harris's reelection as Attorney General in 2014. They were not even residents of the state of California. So, what's that about? New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. In 2010, he donated $4,800 to her over the course of two separate donations. He donated to Senator Cory Booker, Democrat. And when I say he, I would definitely say by way of his children, his daughter and son-in-law, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, because, they donated to Senator Cory Booker's campaign. It's you could go down the list. So this guy giving a little $15 donation to some liberal effort really means absolutely nothing. He was a registered Republican, but if he was a registered Democrat, it would be holy hell right now. But they're already trying to blame this on the Democratic campaign, Joe Biden, all of these different people, because people have been calling out the sharp rhetoric, the inflammatory statements, and all of the different things that Trump has been spewing out of his mouth for quite some time. And as of recent, like I said before, an hour before the rally, he sent an email out to his list. And in that email, he said, all hell will break loose in less than an hour. That's what he said. And people could say, oh, well, he didn't write the email. Well, they did it on his behalf. Of course, he's not writing the emails. Like, are you kidding me? So many questions are surrounding this guy. But the fact that Trump got these perfect photo ops, because everything is about the ops. It's not about the substance. It's about the ops. He was ducking harder when they were throwing tomatoes at him than it was with this situation. And to milk the little bruise on the top of his ear and have what I believe a paid medical person, professional, say that he was shot in the ear when it already had been stated that he was not shot in the ear, is just trash. It's just to, wearing this big white bandage on his ear. And then now people are copying that and they're wearing the white, whatever, gauze pad or whatever they put on their ear, cutting off a piece of a diaper or whatever they put on their ear to mimic him. This is where we are now. And it's just really sad. But again, I believe this is what they wanted. Will it help him? I don't know about that. I have my thoughts on that, but I definitely believe that those who already support him, it just helps them even more and it fuels their fire even the more. But as for others, I don't believe that it's going to help him in the way that they thought that it would, So with that being said, you can let me know what you think in the comment section. But quite honestly, this isn't about the little guy. This really was a ploy to get those big time billionaires to give him more money so that he could pay his legal bills and so that he could keep running for office. Yeah, the little penny ante people that go to the rallies, they'll give their little $5-10, maybe be able to scrounge up $100, not pay one of their bills this month so that they could give him some more money or buy some paraphernalia that has Trump on it. But for the most part, it's definitely ringing the ears of these billionaires because they're lining up to give him more money. Elon Musk said he's going to give him $45 million a month. This is why it disgusts me, because if people who really have the power in their vote don't vote, this is who runs the country. The Elon Musks and these other Silicon Valley tech gurus and millionaires and billionaires. And it's all for their benefit. They don't care about regular people. They don't. And so you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This, I believe, was to get the eye of the people with the money. He really doesn't care about the little people. But if they want to believe that he does and they want to continue to worship this creature, everybody has a right to worship whoever they want to worship. Doesn't make it right. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.